Hello everyone, right, another video for you. So today I'm going to try and do the rear suspension arms, the lower suspension arms. So I'm talking about these. That's a mock-up of where the axle is going to be. So I've done some rough measurements. I've actually already installed some mounts there, and I've actually done the gearbox mount, which is ready for that. That's going to be my transmission, my gearbox. So I know my distances. I've done some sketches here, some very rough sketches. So I know roughly 152mm, the plastic ball joint on the end, thread, one for the arm, and blah 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 blah. And I'm going to put a 15-degree kink in it. So there's some rough measurements of what I'm going for. And then I am going to put in a triangular piece connecting these two, so that connecting from about here to about here, so that this bend, I don't want this bend to be a weak point. And then I'm going to drill it, and it's going to have 3 different shock mounts positions on the arm. That's the plan. That was just some sketches I did for the gearbox mount. So that's the plan. So it's difficult for me to record it, so I'm just going to crack on. I'm going to make one, show you my progress, and then hopefully by the end of this video we'll have 2 suspension arms all mounted up. Let's crack on. Right. So I've done a lot of measuring, cutting, grinding. That is a mock-up of what I'm trying to make. So I've got my bent tube, and then 2 side plates, and then some spacers, which you can just see. It's in there. Right, so that's the design I'm going for. Oops. Oh, nice one. Oh, I ruined it. Anyway, right, so that's what I'm going for. I need to weld it all together, put in a jig, weld it together. And then the idea being that spacer, whichever shock location I use, I can remove the spacer and put the shock in there. These spacers are the same width as that ball joint there. So there'll be 2 screws on the shock in one location. It'll make sense once I've put it together, but that's the design. Should be nice and strong, probably a bit overkill, a bit heavy, but anyway, I think it looks good. So let's put it all together and show you the finished product. There we go. So that's the almost finished article. So I've just spot welded it because there's no need, I don't think there's a need to seam weld it. And plus, it looks neat with little spot welds, I think. So I'm happy with that. These little spacers, they pop out. So what I meant was that I can pop one of those out, and then the shocker will fit in there like that. Also bear in mind that once I've got the ball joints on the end, these are going to be a lot longer. So the next job is to tap the ends, and then I can fit these. So let's do that now, and then we can do a test fit. Right, little test fit. Need to do some adjustment with the screws on the end, get more centered, but see what I'm going for there. Motor in. Yeah, so far so good. Took that off. So now that I've got the lower suspension arms in, I need to get the axle parallel to the angle of the transmission or gearbox, and then I can measure up my top mounts. So they're going to go from it's going to mount up somewhere over here, do that V shape. Yeah, so far so good. Obviously, well, I tell you now, the back of the chassis is going to be bulked up. There's going to be a lot more going on. I'm going to put in cross braces everywhere, so it's going to be a lot more frame. Won't be as bare as it is now. The shockers, I'm going to have additional frames coming down, bars coming down, X's in there, triangulated. So once it's all done up, it should look pretty damn good. So, pretty happy with that. Yeah, so I need to, I think if I was making these again, these need to be a good 10mm longer. Easily 10mm longer. But I've got at this end it's screwed all the way in, and at that end it's screwed all the way out. So I can adjust it and get it more centered so it's stronger. And I've only tacked weld it. Oh no, I've moved it. I've only put tacks on it because I don't have a TIG welder, and I don't think it needs that much weld. And these are very heavy. These are probably heavier than the axle and the wheels. So probably a bit too much weight, too much material in those. But anyway, not changing them now. They're on. You can see there. You can see the angle of the motor. So the diff needs to be parallel to that. That kind of angle. Something to do with the way the drag shaft works on a full-size car. Anyway. Leave it there for now. Thanks for watching.